Hello and welcome in to episode number 1, the grand opening of Dirty Water. I'm your host, Hogdale. I'm joined today by my two brothers in arms. First and foremost, my good pal, met him in New York not too long ago. Mutt, brother, how you doing? How are you feeling?
Hog, I'll tell you what. I've been texting you all day. You don't text me back. What's the deal about that? I thought that was my thing. I thought I'm supposed to not.
I didn't realize you checking. I'm sorry. I'm literally checking, but now I feel like an asshole. This is why I didn't give you a hard time specifically about missing my text, because I'm fucking bad at this. Like, are you kidding
I'm
me?
just
You
kidding,
fucking
dude.
texted me.
I'm just kidding. We're texting all day, idiot. I'm not. You respond right away. I'm the one who didn't respond. I'm the asshole that didn't respond, Hogdale. I'm the jerk here, not you. You're the nicest guy on the show. I can say this for sure. I've only met Cutter a couple times. You're the nicest guy in the show, so you're going to do no wrong. I'm going to be the jerk. Cutter's going to be a jerk. You're going to be the nice guy.
The funniest thing is people immediately just like, once that news got, they just like the narratives kept flying like, wow, Mutt's not on the show. Like, Mutt is on the fucking show. What do you mean? Of course Mutt's on the fucking show. I can't believe it. But yeah, Mutt's here. Thrilled to be doing it with the show with him. And I'm also joined by the man that so many people have been anticipating to join a podcast eventually. I'm happy to say I'm the one that coerced him into doing it. The greatest troll in the history of Red Sox Twitter, the infamous KutterIsKing. Cutter, how you doing, brother?
What's going on? And yeah, you said, don't worry, guys. I'm a guy. According to Dave, I'm a girl, but I'm a guy.
No, man. The gender swings. You're fluid.
Cutter is queen.
Cutter is queen. Cutter is they, them.
I'm sure there'll be a Yankee fan who does a Cutter is Queen account at some point.
Oh, there's already a Cutter is Queen.
I figured.
Yeah. The fact that Cole is king exists already is just like the
levels. He's already getting shout outs.
The levels of cuckdom that like Yankee fans exist in, like they can't even come up with their own Twitter gimmicks. They got to bite off of our best ones. It's fucked up.
Yep. Weaver is king. There's all of them. They're all
king.
Out there. There's a boom.
And I do think, don't you guys think like people? So I've just become familiar with Cutter's work in the last couple of weeks. I had him blocked on Twitter for some reason. I'm a sensitive loser on social media, so I had Cutter blocked literally for no reason whatsoever. But first of all, he's an artist in trolling. But I think when people heard this, Hog, I think the reaction I got the most, it's almost like, oh, we're going to get the reveal. We're going to see what Cutter looks like. Is it a he? Is it a she? Tall, short, big? We're not doing, not tonight, baby. I got Cutter audio. He is not revealing himself tonight, episode 1.
Nope, staying anonymous.
Cutter operates.
Gotta hide from the trolls.
Shadows. You gotta hide from. I picture Cutter like it's that meme from The Simpsons where it's like the shadowed anonymous dude standing in the corner. But that's how Cutter's operating. That's what he's bringing to this show.
Dude, Yankee fans hate you, Cutter. It's unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
Yankee players hate him even more.
Yeah. Yep. Mr. Schlittler.
I described you in the description as Jazz Chisholm's sleep paralysis demon. I think that's the most apt. I think that's a really good one. But obviously, new show. We're gonna do like the quick little round table. Like when you go to class and like you feel like you want to kill yourself for like the first 10 minutes. Like, okay, guys, let's go around and introduce ourselves. Like start it off. Obviously, most people I'd say listening to the show know who I am. I've got a lot of long time people who stuck with me. I'm Hogdale. Still Barstool's newest hire, I think technically, unless someone else has replaced me in the last month. I still think I'm around there. And I'm a big doofus, and I live in Iowa, and I'm a Red Sox fan because my dad's from Rockland, Massachusetts. Well, it is funny because so many people just assume I'm from Mass. It's like they're like, oh, you're from Iowa. I've answered that question, I think, 12 trillion times. Like, how'd you become a Red Sox fan from Iowa? I should have it like the answer just tattooed on my fucking forehead, so I can just like reveal like my bangs, and it just says right there, like whenever I get the question, like, oh, how did that happen? Like, well, that's how it happened. Like, okay, it happened. I'm a fucking fan from Iowa. Get over it. Mutt, how about you, brother? What's your origin story?
I think am I the second newest hire at Barstool? I was only hired a couple weeks before you were.
We were brought in very soon, similar around the same time.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Boston radio, a bunch of years in the Red Sox radio booth doing pre and post game shows. And I don't like the ownership of this team, man. In talking with you guys the last couple of weeks, like I get the sense that And this is the Hogdale show. He is the rocket ship, as Dave said. Cutter and I along for the ride. But I get the sense that this show is going to have an edge. I like yelling at Red Sox fans who are calling to defend ownership because ownership, oh, they're great, they win. Well, they don't spend money. As of tonight, we're recording this on Monday night. It has been 2,093 days since John Henry spoke to the assembled media of Boston. Literally 2,093 days. The Mookie Betts trade, that was it. He has not. He's done emails with Alex Spear. He does a Q&A sometimes on emails with Boston Globe employees because they own the Boston Globe. The Red Sox do. But I'll sit down in front of the media. 2,093 days. And I think this show, I get the sense we're going to be able to hold them accountable for things they say and things they do. That needs to be part of the DNA of this show. And I had fun doing that on the radio and be able to do this here with you guys. I'm very much looking forward to it because I'm a passionate fan. I love baseball. I love that my kids now love baseball, which is crazy. So I'm fucking jacked. I'm fucking jacked.
That John Henry statistic, that seems like something that Chris Cotillo would have like framed in like his bedroom. He just has a clicker where it just like pings the next day on there. It's like, wake up, John. Come on out. Come out to play. Motherfucker, get out here. And then, of course, our final member, Cutter, brother. What is your villain origin story?
I'm from Connecticut, where there should be a lot of Red Sox fans, but sadly there's not. So I grew up around a lot of Yankee fans and had to defend myself my whole life from fat, obnoxious troll like KutterIsKing, and now I'm doing it to a pretty big audience on Twitter.
The two-time KutterIsKing shout out. He's nutted himself tuning in because he's tuning in. Bro's tuning in. How else is he going to get his new material? Like on the font that he's going to use to talk about the Yankees if he isn't listening to what you're yapping about. Oh my God. Yep. It is fucking awesome, man. We got a lot to talk about. I mean, obviously, the whole beginning of the offseason is kind of kicked off. Some news is running about. I've tried to hold off talking about a lot of it extensively for the most part in preparation for this very show. And I do like an old man. I have a notebook where I wrote down the fucking notes of what we're going to do.
Respect the notes, handwritten notes, Hog. I like that. Let's go.
Yeah, we're handwritten. I have the worst handwriting known to absolute mankind.
Let's see it.
All my teachers wanted me to fucking die when they saw me coming around. Yeah, it's awful.
I think mine might be worse.
This is why I'm good at typing. I'm a big internet guy, big type guy. Where I was like, the future's digital. I'm not going to correct my handwriting just because the fucking preschool teacher forgot how to teach me how to hold a pen correctly. So listen, man, here's the deal. Where do we want to start it out, honestly? I guess we could go into Trevor's story opting in. I feel like that was probably the most, just because it builds the framework of where the discussion can go to, because I think that leads directly into Alex Bregman and that stuff. So, fellas, with Trevor's story opting in, me personally, I put out there, I think that they should move him over to second base. I think very obviously you should move Meyer over to shortstop. Cutter, let's go to you first, brother. With Story opting in, first of all, where do you think Story should play next year? And also, from that framework, some ideas of where do you want the Red Sox to go prioritize in terms of the infield? Who do you want them to bring in as well?
Yeah, I think he's a second baseman. As soon as he signed, I tweeted that. I said that's my second baseman. I think you move Meyer over. You get a righty bat that could platoon with him, because he can't be the everyday shortstop, especially with his health so far in his young career. But I think second base, with all he was rough down the stretch at short. I don't think we need another full season of that. But
Story was really rough. I mean, he couldn't throw the fucking ball over to first base is the real
especially
problem.
By the end. That Blue Jay series was really bad. That one at the end right before they clinched. He was just having an error every game. But yeah.
Absolutely. I would say, so you're talking about maybe platooning over at shortstop. Is there a guy that you want the Sox to target specifically? I'm trying to remember if Ha-Sung Kim is a righty or not. I think he is.
Well, what scares me is I think they'll try to just put David Hamilton there with them, even though they're both lefties. That's what really scares me.
I was gonna say you're forgetting the Red Sox are try to save some money at every turn they can get here. as they spend hopefully on some bigger ticket items. I think Hamilton is absolutely going to be involved. They clearly like Hamilton and what he does. He's not an everyday player either, obviously, but they like him. I think Cora likes him too.
Oh, they love him.
I mean, if I'm going with what their plan is, I think right now they slot Story in at shortstop, and then Hamilton Romy is the platoon over at second. I think that's where their head's at right now, personally.
Yeah. Ha-Seong Kim is a righty, by the way. So, I mean, I would do that.
I wouldn't mind it because some people are like, I don't want to platoon shortstop. I'm like, if they're both good defensively, platooning over at shortstop, what's the problem? Me personally, I don't even need to go to a platoon. I just want to see Meyer out there. Young guy, let him figure it out. Like, oh, he can't hit lefties. Guess how you figure out how to hit lefties? It's by continuing to do it. It's not by sitting and then like by psychically fucking imprinting on how to hit lefties. That's ridiculous. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Like, people talk about how bad Willier is at hitting lefties. Meanwhile, Duran was getting everyday at-bats with an OPS in the 5s against left-handed pitching. And Willier, like, he was so subpar against left-handers, but his OPS was like 660 as opposed to Duran's like 590, 600. Like, dude, he was a joke last year against lefties.
Don't tell Alex Cora that, though.
No, don't tell. Well, Alex Cora, like, the way he manages platoon guys in general, he just refuses to look at numbers. It's just purely, are you left-handed or are you right-handed? And it's maybe it's one of the most frustrating aspects of him as a manager.
That's always one of the funniest tweets every year. Every lineup that comes out, they put the tweet. I forget who had it originally, but it was the Cora would bench Bond if a lefty was on the mound.
Yeah, because he would. That's looking 100%.
But Cora factors into the Story stuff too, because I think you guys probably got the sense too. Like, Cora really respects Trevor Story, even when he's struggling. He was every day in the media talking about the impact on the team leader. Like, he loves him, and I think if Trevor Story says, "Alex, I'm a shortstop still," he ain't moving to second base. He might be better suited for second base. Cutter, you're probably right. But I just see no scenario where Cora defers unless they get some shortstop that really fits what they want to do. Story's the shortstop. He's the shortstop.
To me, I hate that mindset because like we're really Xander Bogartsing it all over again. And funnily enough, he learned how to play shortstop basically the last year he played here, and then
he got a lot
like
better.
Good shortstop in San Diego, which is hilarious because he was not for majority of his Sox tenure. So like, why are we giving Trevor Story like Xander Bogaerts respect? At least with Xander, it's like he's won here and he's been here his entire career. Story, it's like, yeah, man. I mean, I like that he's a good leader. He was a solid contributor to last year's team. He's one of the big reasons they made the playoffs. But like, you don't deserve that level of fucking like unquestioning respect. Like, nah, brother, slide over to second. Let the youth take over.
Before last year, he probably played majority of his games with the Red Sox at second base.
100%.
In that one season.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, obviously because the numbers were so skewed because of how injury prone he was, sadly.
Nope.
But yeah, before that, like he was primarily a second baseman and he was a really, really good one. Like his range is amazing for second base, and arm strength or arm accuracy is less of a problem because it's a shorter throw. So 100%. I see your guys' perspectives on that. Glad you mostly agree. I do 100% agree though. Like they're probably going to play him at shortstop, and I'm probably going to bitch about it because that's what I do. I mean, I put my perspective out there. That is the correct way to go about it. It's like last year, opening day, Roman Anthony's not on the team, and I'm like, this is unfathomably stupid, and I'm going to keep bitching about this until you bring him up, and then he saved the fucking season.
Well, that was, and again, he bailed them out because he was so good, but that entire thing, people do not want to hear our retrospective on last year. I understand that, but you have to admit when you talk about the Red Sox and Breslow, they botched the rookie thing big time last year. Like, and including when they brought up Meyer, when they brought up Anthony, the same day they brought him up, they played him like consistently for years. They bring a rookie up, give him a day because of injury. They had to throw these guys into it. And I don't think Anthony comes up, Hog, if they don't have injuries there. I think they would have kept them at the minors for even longer. Injuries bailed them out because they had to bring him up, and he was freaking awesome. He was awesome.
I completely agree. It was completely mishandled. It was also insane because they talked over and over again like, well, when we call these guys up, we don't want to put the pressure on them that they have to save the franchise. And then you traded Rafael fucking Devers. And like, yeah, in order for this season to go anywhere, Roman Anthony has to save the franchise. Thank God he's so otherworldly talented that he's like, yeah, I'm up to the task. Like, I'll put the entire franchise on the back. I'm fucking Atlas holding up Mount Olympus. I don't give a fuck. I'm him. But like, it was so botched, completely mishandled. Craig, man, I swear to God, there's a lot of things Craig does really well. Like, I think like last year's offseason, I think it was amazing. Like, he did all these wonderful things, building up this roster, and then like you trade Rafael Devers.
And the return was terrible.
So bad.
The defense of the Devers trade, even in the second half of the year, is pretty wild. And I still go back and people are like defend because the team won without Devers. The dude had 20 home runs in San Francisco. Your DH has hit 10 the rest of the year. They would not have gone 0 for 10 out of the 5 hole in the playoffs if they had Rafael Devers there. And they wanted to get rid of the money. They wanted to be free of that contract. They got a terrible return for him. And this is where now, going back to Breslow in the season, you got to spend that money. You cannot sit on the Devers money, guys. And there'll be no excuse not to spend that money on this team somewhere. You can't.
Well, yeah. Well, transitioning. Well, one place they could allocate that money is by bringing back Alex Bregman, the guy who they seemingly chose to lead the clubhouse. And he's a free agent, obviously, opted out of his contract, which makes sense when you think about it. I think on his last deal, he would have had 2 more years left. Obviously, there's a lockout coming, so one of those years basically doesn't exist. He'd still get paid for it, I think, at least, with how his money is front-loaded. But he wants a long-term deal, and he thinks he can get it. I said this in a TikTok the other day. Bregman's free agent market is so fake. It's one of the fakest free agent markets I've ever seen. Because it's frontlined by a team like the Tigers, who he's already said via his actions, I'm not playing there. He did that last year. Like, they offered him a long-term contract with similar money to what he got in Boston. And that was sitting there for about a month before the Red Sox came in. And he's like, no, I don't want to play in Detroit. Fair enough. Like, guys, sorry, Detroit fans. He told you guys to go fuck yourself. You should go fuck yourselves. And like, who's this magical team that's going to go pick up Alex Bregman? The only team I'm semi-worried about is the Mets, because Steve Cohen has unlimited money. So if he just randomly decided to hyperfixate on Bregman, like, I could see him doing it, but I feel like they have other needs.
Well, so our friends at DraftKings just like an hour ago, guys, posted their updated odds for his next team, and the Red Sox are the huge favorite. The Tigers are second, which I agree with you. We'll see what Cutter thinks in a second. I think it's a fake. He's not going there. He might use the Tigers to raise his Red Sox salary, but he's not going to Detroit. Yep. The next lowest odds are literally, here's the DraftKings note, any other team. Like, they have no clue after 3. Mets are 4. But to your point, he opted out. It's his right. He's trying to get more money. They should pay him more money. He should be back here. I don't think anyone would disagree. And I do think he's opting out to make sure he gets the most money he can from John Henry and the Red Sox, which I'm okay with. I'm fine with that.
No, it's understand. I completely get why he's doing it. It's just like, Scott Boras, you're not fucking slick. I see what you're doing. I'm not going to let you push a narrative. When I saw that the Phillies were on that list. Brother, they're trying to sign Kyle Schwarber back already. And they're talking about trading Bryce Harper potentially. And you're telling me amidst that chaos, they're going to go sign Alex Bregman?
JT Real Muto.
Yeah, Real Muto too. Ranger Suarez walking as well. They have their own shit they got to deal with before they even think about a guy like an Alex Bregman. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, and you said it was front loaded by the Tigers. It's front loaded by John Heyman. John Heyman and Boras, they're just pumping out. Like you said, the Tigers. He didn't want to go there. No, I'm not.
You're not. I'm not either, because I never tweeted at him.
Yeah, I don't tweet at him. I don't think I follow him.
If people have not seen the interaction you had with Keith McPherson at WFAN, last year or the year before, it's so fucking good. Where he starts joking about the judge thing, and he hangs up on Keith on FAN, on the air. This is the worst interview I've ever seen. He has to hang up. He's the worst.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's just there's never been a more blatant water carrier for an agent in my lifetime than John Heyman is for Scott Boras. It's so fucking shameless.
Yeah, that McPherson versus Heyman was the meme. 2 idiots fighting, the worst fight I've seen.
Bro, use the PG version. That's funny.
Yeah.
And by the way, look, I don't blame Bregman. You gave him this deal. He can opt out after a year. opt out and get paid more money, but he should absolutely be back. I don't know if you guys saw Lou. Was it Friday on Nesson on the Nesson morning show? Said that basically, Lou, I'll paraphrase Lou Merloni for a second when he said he had a great experience here. I think he wants to end his career here. Lou's not just saying that. Like, clearly, I think Lou has some good connections in around Bregman. So, like, I'm confident they're going to get it done, but this could drag on a little bit as he tries to get the most value. If the Red Sox dick around in his money, he may be forced to go somewhere else if they don't want to pay him. And they should be paying Alex Bregman 100%.
I just don't see a scenario where they let him walk. If they let him walk, I think they'd immediately pivot to someone else. Like maybe Craig's a big Bo Bichette guy, and like maybe he's your second baseman. And then like maybe their plan would be Meyer over at third. Then obviously Story's your shortstop. I'm just theory crafting here.
I'm not even the biggest Bregman guy, but if you let him walk, they should never hear the end of it, because that's the whole reason Devers is gone in the first place.
Well, because you picked. It sounds like they're like, we want a Bregman-led clubhouse, not a Devers-led clubhouse. When in reality, Devers never claimed to be the leader, and he never went out of his way to be the leader. And in fact, at every turn, he's like, "I'm not the fucking leader of the team, guys. Stop asking me. I'm not doing it." It's the Nick Saban meme. I'm not gonna. So quit asking.
And he benefited because Bogarts was willing to do that, right? Bogarts was that team leader for a while, and then when he left, it put a spotlight on him. And the way it went down, like, oh, Bregman's going to go. I think back on it now. Remember that? Bregman's going to play second base.
Yeah.
They went out of their way to like fuck him over. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're going to bring Bregman and he's going to be the new Dustin Pedroia. I'm really like, okay. I mean, sure, I guess if you want to. I mean, it'd probably just make more sense to play him at third, but whatever.
Gold glove third baseman, move position. Sure. Awesome. Okay.
Like, yeah, we're acquiescing one of the worst defensive third basemen in the sport year in, year out. Like, it's just dumb, man. I miss Devers every day. If he's on the team, we beat the Yankees point blank. Like those fastballs that Schlittler was just laying right in the middle of the zone.
Dude.
Like he would have went fucking 3 for 4 with 2 homers, 8 RBI or some shit.
Cam Schlittler would be fucking pushing my shopping carts at Stop and Shop right now if Devers was still on that team.
Completely. Even if Roman Anthony was healthy, genuinely. Fuck, we were missing high-end talent so bad in that wild card series, dude. All those guys we had, that had been useful throughout the year as role players and who had stepped up in different moments. Turns out, like, you can't ask those guys to win you a playoff series, shockingly enough. And, like, the Dodgers figured this out. For the playoffs, you pay superstars because the superstars will show up, unless they're Mookie Betts. But every other superstar there will show up. Like, fucking... Like, you bring in Freddie Freeman to be a superstar. You bring in Ohtani to be a superstar and lead that team. Or fucking Will Smith. God, Will Smith's so good. You can't rely on role players in the playoffs. It's about superstars. It always has been.
Go ahead, Cutter. Sorry.
No, I was talking about the Dodgers. They have $90 million coming off the books of people that barely even played in the playoffs or didn't even play in the playoffs.
That is so funny. Murakami is such a Dodger. And people are saying, like, where's he going to play? Third. Muncie's now the best bench bat in the league. In the league. So it's like, oh, at third. Yeah, I'm sure, man. Watching go to fucking the Dodgers, they don't care. You think that'll lose them regular season games? Have you seen the fucking roster? Are you serious? And two, like, if his bat is what they think he is, if the Dodgers are in on Murakami, everyone should be, because that means they don't think, like, the strikeouts are a problem at all and that it's fixable. Genuinely.
And the Red Sox should be in a position where high-end talent should not be an issue. They have a lot of money. They can spend a lot of money. They have the flexibility to do it. Like, this is, again, going back to how they want to be perceived and how they want to be smart and do all these money ball type deals. They have the money to bring in Bregman. We'll get to some other guys they could bring in either at first base or at DH to make this a much better offense. There is no excuse, whether you want to call it the no excuse offseason or the window of contention offseason. They keep saying that, not me. Like, these are all guys. There's a million rumors out there. The Red Sox are tied to everybody. They should be in on all these players. Every single one of them.
I've seen like the Red Sox maybe an early favorite for Pete Alonso, and dude, I'd be so happy with that. Like you bring Pete Alonso in, and even if he's not your everyday first baseman, like maybe they see him more as a DH, just bring him in to be maybe the best DH in the sport, or Ohtani the best DH in the American League. I'm fine with that because I hope that's something that Craig is reevaluating his stance on. Because Craig has always been a guy like, I want the DH spot to be flexible and like move between multiple people, and I've never gotten it. Because when this team was winning at its highest peak, we had the best DH in the sport. For every one of those World Series, we had the best DH in the sport, like bar none. It was Ortiz 3 times, and then it was JD Martinez. Like, you don't need to overcomplicate things. Get a guy who hits 1 billion doubles at Fenway Park and hits 30 to 40 bombs. It's not hard.
He was on the team. He was on the team with him.
He was. Yeah, but that's not good enough because he's making $30 million, and $30 million is so overpaid, except it's not if you use even an ounce of your brain power. Like, I just always go back to, like, Juan Soto's making $800 million, and in, like, a couple of years, he'll be a DH. And it's absurd to me, man. Vladdy got $500 million. Is he $200 million better than Rafael Devers?
Nope.
He's not.
No.
It's just simply not.
No.
They're in the same area. They're in the same realm. You've seen Rafi be a proven playoff performer. I'm pretty sure his like postseason OPS is in the 900s. Like, this is the guy. It's like, oh, well, he didn't want to talk to the media. Gives a fuck. Like, oh, he's the highest paid guy. He should speak to the media. Yeah, Manny did so much shocking to the media when he was the highest paid guy on this team. Like, just give me. It's so dumb. It just so ridiculous. I hate all the narratives how quickly people ate them up. It pisses me off.
And they can compound it by then now not spending the money again. So you brought up Pete Alonso. It feels like it's going to be either or, I guess, Alonso or Kyle Schwarber. It sounds like you prefer Pete Alonso, Hog, of the two.
Honestly, if you're asking me, I think because Alonso is right-handed, and we have a shit ton of left, but that could change with a trade because we just don't know. Because, and this ties into like something later, because apparently, like, Fernando Tatis Jr. might be available for trade. If he is, guys, like, the things that I would do, the vile acts that I would bestow upon the universe for Fernando Tatis Jr. I have been begging for this guy. When he got the PED suspension and people were low on him, I'm like, trade for him now. Trade for him now. If the Padres have any doubt about him, you need to trade for him now. Because, the 20-year-old, like, who's hit like 40 bombs and plays amazing defense, is like the most athletic guy in the universe. Yeah, he's definitely going to fall off a cliff after like a lame steroids act. It gives a fuck. Go get him. I've wanted him for years. And talk about like continuing the Dominican legacy of the Boston Red Sox. To me, like, if the Red Sox acquire Fernando Tatis Jr., we're guaranteed a World Series in the next decade. I'm just saying it. I'll put it out there right now.
Wow. That being said, you really think he's going to be traded? I mean, this is fun pretend season, boys. This is fun pretend season. Why are they trading Tatis Jr.? Why? They have money. The money's not even that crazy in a couple of years for him. Why are they trading him? Because it's like silly.
Same, but it was dumb for us to trade Rafi, and it might be a similar reason. They don't like his personality. They think he's a bad leader in the clubhouse, which is dumb because talent is talent, and you go with the fucking talent. But if
the only chance they trade him is to fix their own mistakes because they invested a lot of money into that team and they didn't make it past. They didn't even win a pennant, but that would be the only reason because he's not making any crazy money, like you said. But
because they have the new ownership there, so like I don't know, like we don't know like where their thought process is. Like, are they going to completely reshift how the team looks because they don't think the current team is good enough? I don't know. Like I couldn't tell you. Obviously, the Padres have a shit ton of free agents coming up, like half their pitching staff, like Michael King, Dylan Cease, just both heading right out that door. Are they going to bring one of them back? Are they going to let both walk? They're going to make Mason Miller a starter next year. That's a guarantee, basically.
He's electric. They probably should. He's going to be a hard guy to acquire. We just saw Breslow decide he didn't want to pay Devers $30 million a year. Does he want to then trade assets to the Padres to acquire a slugger who's going to pay a lot of money to? That as much as the Padres wanted to trade him as a question, so is Breslow valuing that position, like you were just saying.
I think he'd value him. I really do, because he plays platinum glove 2 times over, right field defense. And how old is Fernando Tatis Jr.? Just take a guess.
He's younger than Ben Rice. No, I don't think he is. I think they're like the same age. He's like 26.
I think
he's 26 right now.
26. 26.
Next year will be his age 27 season. He turns 27 in January. So He still has 3 more years before he's even 30. Like, this guy is so young still and has all the talent in the world. And his bat at Fenway Park, like that right-handed power at Fenway abusing the monster. Petco's, like, it's a tough place to hit, man. Like, that's a place that's going to depress your offensive numbers for the most part. Like, you bring Tatis here, fuck, dude. He would feast. He'd be electric. This city would love him so much.
What would you give up
so
for
many
him?
homers in that ballpark?
What would I give up for him? Duran and Willier, get ready to learn San Dieganese, buddy. Franklin Arias and Connolly Early, get ready to learn San Dieganese.
Yeah. I saw.
And I'll throw in more prospects. So I don't give a fuck. Give me Tatis.
There was a dude trying to. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cutter. We're trying to do what?
There was a dude trying to. He was like, "Oh yeah, be ready to give up Duran, Early, Tolley, and Arias."
Yeah, I do it.
And
Easily.
I think Tyler Milliken was like, "Okay."
Yeah,
Exactly. What do you mean? Yeah, okay, sure.
There's a lot. We'll have a lot of conversations this offseason about guys the Red Sox are tied to. It just feels like a fantasy baseball MLB The Show type trip. I'm with you both that you would back up the Brinks truck to get him because he's in the middle of his prime, and the way he'd fit this team and the way he'd fit that ballpark. I don't even think his contract is super unreasonable. I think it's like 20, it's like $25 million a year. That's what I'm saying. That's why it seems unrealistic. He's the one guy the Padres be like, well, we're never paying him that much money. He's only 26. Why are we trading him?
Yeah, so his luxury tax is 24.2 mil, but the actual money is backloaded. So like as he gets older, it like starts to get up to like 36 for like his age, like fucking 30 through 36 season. So like I don't know. Like I said, like I'd agree. Like the Padres have to be dumb, but like the name's out there, and like there's been rumblings in the past they don't like his antics, and if they don't like his antics, like the Red Sox have the assets. Like the Red Sox are one of the few teams in the league where they have the assets to do basically whatever they want if they want to do it. Like the only there's the conversation with Tarek Skubal. Like if the Tigers are dumb enough to move Tarek Skubal, it's like the Red Sox or the Mets, and like it just depends. Like I don't know whose prospects do the Tigers like more. Like, to me, if, like, Skubal's available and you want to go that direction and have, like, a super rotation, then that's fine with me, too. You just go to the Tigers and say, hey, man, what do you want? Because we want Tarek Skubal. I wonder how the contract situation there works, obviously, because Skubal goes into free agency and there's a lockout. So, like, there's not – how the fuck would that even – I don't know. That's something to think about, too. Like,
well, and that's the other thing. Like, do we think that Breslow is going to be – hesitant to make a big move this offseason, knowing that, again, all indications are there'll be no baseball to start 2027. Like they're saying things like salary cap. The players' union is not going to go for that. So you could have start the year without any baseball, and it could be like a reset of things. And again, these pie in the sky things, big trades. I think Breslow is going to be gun shy about doing it without baseball looming in 2027. That could slow everything down.
I disagree with that though, because the Red Sox are one of the few teams where no matter what happens with the CBA, they can maneuver their way out of it after the CBA happens. They
should be able to. They should be.
Also, even if there is a salary cap, there's going to be a grandfathering situation where there's going to be a couple year leeway for teams that were already well over, like the Dodgers. I can't imagine the Dodgers would agree to a contract that would immediately fuck them and they got to shed $150 million of salary in 1 year. I feel like there's no way that happened. They probably give them like a 3 to 4 year grace period. So. And to me, like with a lockout, the Red Sox, they know they're in their contention window. Breslow himself has said it. And like, I take it. To me, it matters what's from Breslow and not from people like Sam Kennedy or Tom Warner. Like, I don't give a fuck what those guys have to say. Breslow's usually the bread sandwich guy who gives you nothing. When Breslow's like, now is our opportunity to win. We need to improve. This year should be about as all in as an all in year can be. Because you're going to have an entire extra draft during the lockout to help replenish minor league talent where you're doing nothing for an entire year. You should do whatever is possible to win the World Series next year. Genuinely.
Breslow just met with the media in Vegas via Bradfo. Number 2 starter to run along with Crochet and middle of the order power bat.
I was going to say, I could tell you the bare minimum offseason I see them doing is I think they're going to bring this is like lowest common, the worst outcome offseason, genuinely what I think Greg will do. I think he's going to bring back Bregman, or if he leaves, he'll sign Bo Bichette. I think he's going to trade for a number 2 starter because I think he prefers to trade for one rather than to sign one. And I think he'll sign a bat. I don't know how quality the bat will be, but it'll be a bat. Whether it's Alonso, whether it's Schwarber, whether it's fucking, I don't know who even else is out there. The free agent market falls off pretty significantly, like after those two, genuinely. But yeah, to me, that's like the absolute least they'll do.
But okay, so would you guys sign for that right now? Because I would sign for Bregman, Joe Ryan, and Schwarber right now. That team is a contender next year. Right now.
That's an acceptable offseason for me. Yep. There's people who are saying you need to get 2 pitchers, and I just disagree. I think that, like, you look at the depth of this team, the wealth of young arm talent, and you're going to lose 1 or 2 of those guys in a Joe Ryan trade, but they're still, like, obviously we're talking about the young talent. You're not even talking about a guy like you drafted like last year, like Kyson Witherspoon out of college, and he might have a Peyton Tolley-esque rise this year. Like, that guy is that talented. But, like, other than that, you have obviously you have Tolley, Early, Luis Perales. Luis Perales is going to pitch games for the Boston Red Sox this year. I guarantee it. They pondered bringing him up after, like, not pitching at all in AAA to pitch in a playoff game. Like, it was genuinely on their minds. So they believe in his arm talent that much. Now, Perales might not be up opening day. He's going to contribute to this team this year. They view him as having ace-level stuff. Like, this dude was pumping 100 like fucking 3 days after getting back, training after Tommy John. It was ridiculous. He's absurd. He's an alien. Like, they've got talent, man. You look at the depth. Like, right now, say if they bring in Joe Ryan. So it's Crochet, Ryan, Bayo, and then
Cutter.
Yep, Cutter, your boy Cutter Crawford. I don't know if he'd be necessarily my 4. I think right now I'd slot in like Hunter Dobbins as my 4. I like Hunter Dobbins a lot. I think he has a lot of upside. And then in that 5, you have Early, Perales, and Tolley all competing for that spot. Yep. And then fucking Patrick Sandoval's your 8. Actually, no, Cutter's above Patrick Sandoval. It's Cutter and then Patrick Sandoval. Cutter's my 8 and then Sandoval's my 9.
When Sandoval makes his opening day roster as the 4th pitch starter, Hog's going to throw something.
Because who gives a fuck? Like, talk about Patrick Sandoval. Like, no, man. Maybe he's fine.
They paid him all year to do nothing. He's got a $12 million option. He's going to be here for $12 million. They're going to use him. He's going to be involved. Sorry.
Yeah, but they paid not Giolito. They paid Hendricks that much, and they used him for like a couple games. Like, wow, this guy's horrible, and then they tossed him in the fucking garbage, as they should have. He was dog shit.
I think there was like 8 Liam is King accounts made just because there was that many hard hits that he gave up where Sedan had to save him.
God, I can't, man. I will say other crazy rumors that are out there. I'm not surprised about this one because the story that came out, I think it was like randomly post deadline, is like the Diamondbacks like don't like Ketel Marte. Like, they just don't like his personality. It's a personality thing again, and like they're looking to move on from him, which is absurd to me because Ketel Marte, I think production-wise, is the best second baseman in baseball and has been
not
for
even close.
A hot minute now, like a while.
Yeah.
Obviously 32, so older than a guy like a Tatis, but like in terms of like being actually realistic that he's going to be traded, like, yeah, I can believe that. The Diamondbacks aren't exactly a historically serious team, and they don't like his personality for whatever
He'd fit awesome here. He can play second base. He can hit, I mean, in a second. I mean, again, it's weird that he's available. But yeah, he'd be I know, right? They just gave him the money. And so let's look at it this afternoon. Like, why is his name now popping up? It'll sound repetitive, but every big player who's available, guys, the Red Sox should be tied to in some way, shape, or form. Even if they don't get the player, I know we kill them for the interest kings, but they have so much money and so many resources. And this window now where they only need to make 1, 2, 3 moves and be a contender next year, they should be on everyone. Breslow should be on every fucking phone call for every one of these players. Everyone.
Completely
email,
agree.
text, thread, Snapchat. I don't care. Everyone.
It just comes back to like just being aggressive. Just be the aggressor, man. Like, yeah, like people are like, just give up, punt. The Dodgers are going to win again next year. Like, you guys are all such fucking losers and pussies. Like the Blue Jays could have won that series like 50 times over in multiple different games. Like, talk about the Dodgers, this unstoppable juggernaut. The Dodgers are great. That's a great baseball team, and they're tough to beat. but they are beatable. It's the nature of baseball. There's nothing guaranteed. Like the Dodgers, them winning back to back there, it's the first time that's happened since the Yankees in the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Where like every other sport, there's been repeat champions in the last decade. It's ridiculous.
The Red Sox should be in it to win it. And to what Cutter, we thought about Trevor Story to start this thing, just to follow up. So Breslow did speak to the media right now in Vegas. He told the media he's the shortstop right now. 2026, Trevor Story's their shortstop. So if we're going to believe Breslow and give him all this credit, let's pencil him in for short and let's figure out at second and third, because it sounds like that's going to be a plan to. And now, by the way, not a surprise. Before he got hurt, he played pretty well. Alex Cora loves him, so that's not shocking. Not shocking.
Yeah, not at all. I don't get what their obsession is with. Like, why do you have to say that right now?
Yeah, you don't. Why are you tying yourself to anything?
Yeah, that's what you messed up with Devers.
So yes, I mean, at the end of the day, man, Story's here for the next 3 years. He opted in. So
yeah,
like, then again, Story's way more of like the team player kind of guy. Like if they change their minds like a month into the year and we're like slide over to second, I think he would do it. I don't think he's a big ego guy. I think
it also puts the pressure on them now. Okay, so Brez, you've got your shortstop. Go figure out the other position. So go get Bregman, bring him back, put him there. Figure out second base. Okay, well, we're going to take you at your word. Okay, it's a big year. You've got to improve. He's the shortstop. Figure out the other spots now.
Yeah, I would say, like, with first base especially, are we in agreement that a guy like Romy Gonzalez, like, he really should just be a really good bench piece? Like,
Super
he really
utility
shouldn't
guy,
be starting
yes.
for this team. Like, I think I can agree with that. He's a really good utility guy. He can play third. He can play second. He can fill in it short and plays an adequate first base, too. Like, he matches lefties.
He made some crazy plays in center field. Was that 2 years ago, I think?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, in Toronto 2 years ago.
It's just, yeah, I mean, I like Romy. It's like one of those things like where we're depending on him in a playoff game. Like, this just can't be the case. You can't call in a guy out of like Romy Gonzalez, be like, win us this series. Like, nah, man. It should have been Bregman. It should have been Roman, but he got fucking hurt with that oblique injury. It's so fucking brutal.
All right, so you brought up first base. You got the combined age of you guys is basically my age. I'm a dinosaur. You guys speak internet. You speak young 20-somethings. You guys speak millennials. So I'm going to read you this quote. You explain what this means. You explain what this means to me, the old guy. If we're going to have any chance at something decent, it's stuff like this. It needs to be addressed. I'm going to try to be as transparent as possible, ... within reason. No delusion, just normalizing the tough conversation. What does Tristan Casas mean when he puts that on Instagram 5 days ago?
Bro was waffling about absolutely nothing. He literally just put that out to irritate you specifically, Mutt. People like you and your age demographic, he put that out just to rage bait you. And I'm sorry to say,
Tony Maz.
You fell for the rage bait.
You got a blog out of it on Barstool. I blogged it. Yep.
Tristan Casas is the best, man. He's so funny. Like, he's such an asshole. Like, he literally put that out. I'm saying he put that out just to rage bait people. And, like, I saw it immediately. I'm like, because I tweeted out, I'm like, I can feel Alex Cora's eye roll all the way from Iowa. Never change, Tristan. I love you. Bro
That's
said
your first
absolutely nothing.
That's your guy, right? You guys want him back at first?
That is my guy. I wouldn't pencil him in as the first baseman. It's just irresponsible. It's irresponsible. He blew his fucking knee out and he exploded his ribs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's one of those things where I still believe in his talent level. I really do. But it's one of those things where Pete Alonso's available. You shouldn't let Tristan Casas stop you from going to get Pete Alonso. Or Kyle Schwarber, moving him over to first. Well, you shouldn't let that stop you. I mean, I genuinely, there's still very much a reality that could exist this year, and all Red Sox fans over 50 are going to want to kill themselves because of it, where if we do sign Schwarber or Alonso and they play first base, that Casas and one of them are alternating between first base and DH together.
Letting Tristan Casas block you from signing Schwarber, I've never heard that before.
Pain. They let JD Martinez block them from signing Schwarber, and they're so fucking stupid for doing that.
I am blue. Oh, my God.
I called that at the time. I'm like, okay, if it's one or the other, then I'm trading JD. Schwarber is a younger and at the time just as good and became better JD. Just look at the age, man. And JD was still a good player like that year for the Sox, and he had a good year with the Dodgers after that. But like, Kyle Schwarber's Kyle Schwarber. It speaks for himself. He's unbelievable. That move was so bad. I was so angry about that at the time. Heim had some big missteps. That's one of them.
Well, but there was no even effort to like he wanted to be here, and he decided the value wasn't there. And you go back and look at the 4 years in Philadelphia. All he did was hit home runs and walk and get on base. That's
Also,
all he
his
did for 4
contract
years.
is like nothing.
4 and 78, something ridiculous.
Like 20 million AAV, if that.
Nothing.
It's a nothing contract. It's
okay,
19.75 million a year for 4 years. Be serious.
We got Masataka Yoshida. We're good.
He's
For more.
He has to be gone, right? Surely he has to be moved.
Has to be.
I'm sorry, on a contending team as your DH, a guy whose OPS like aggressively is like mid to high 700s is not good enough. It's just simply not fucking good enough.
He'll probably go to the Dodgers having 900 OPS.
Real. I could see Yoshida being involved in a potential San Diego trade.
Yeah.
And they'll have to eat a bunch of the money to trade him, but it's worth to free up the DH spot for Schwarber or Peter Alonso. It's worth it.
By the way, working around to a potential Tatis trade, if you want to fill in another utility infielder, they regret that money they gave to Cronenworth. I like Jake Cronenworth personally. So if it was Tatis plus Cronenworth for Wilyer, Jaron, Yoshida to make money match, and they still eat some of the contract, plus a boatload of prospects for Tatis and Cronenworth, I'm just saying that's a fit. That's a great fit. And the Padres wouldn't be taking a huge step back because Duran is still really good, and Willier's a 2-time Gold Glove winner and a guy who can hit 30 bombs. He has the potential for it. Bare minimum, he's good for 25 a year, 20 to 25, which is still quite good.
Yeah, and with the Yoshida thing about eating the money, you kept him this long so you could eat the money.
Yeah, good point.
He just can't be on the team next year. If you have to DFA him, fucking DFA him.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like that he was playing playoff games is absurd. The fact that they trade out Ravi, it's like, Masa, it's time to come back. Save this franchise. Like, you guys are such fucking jokers. Oh my God. Yeah, man. I mean, it's awful. That really just ties into also just trading people out. Am I like the only one who's just like, I'm all good on Jarren Duran? He can just leave now. I'm ready to trade him to somewhere. Whatever the trade is, like the big offseason trade, Duran needs to be a part of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess you guys see the same debate, like that they might actually get more for Wilyer. I don't believe that for a second. I think that 2004 peak of Duran will get some team to be more interested in his play. Wilyer is a good, he wins Gold Gloves. Steady player. They missed him big time, as you were yelling about, Hog, in the gambling cave in New York, how much they missed his defense in the outfield.
Nate Eaton, man. Fucking Nate Eaton.
Kyle Hudson, Nate Eaton. We can have that's a different show. His impact is not as he's not going to be as impactful in a trade. And if Jarren Duran nets you back the number 2 pitcher or the hitter we're talking about, I don't think there's many Red Sox fans that are super upset about that. I don't get that sense.
I think the other reason why Duran is obviously more valuable is his availability. He doesn't really get hurt. He plays a shit ton of games. Wilyer does have a question of availability. He missed time twice this year, and he broke his wrist his first season with the team. So his second season, you know what I mean? His first real season starting with the team.
Yeah.
So this is a guy like he's missed time. Wilyer does have big power potential. Like I said, he's good for 20, 25 bombs a year, bare minimum. Plays Gold Glove defense, but Duran has shown he can play Gold Glove defense caliber in center field. He was a 9-win player, like a high 8, 9-win player. Like that's in a lot of years, that's enough to win an MVP. So like that's his peak. If Duran's floor is what you got from him this year, where he's a mid 4-win player, that's still really, really valuable. Mm-hmm. And obviously a game changer on the base paths. I think he obviously has the most value between him and Wilyer. The only outfielder the Red Sox has more value is Cedon, and I think they'd be insane to trade Cedon. I think that'd be absurd.
Yeah, that would be misstep. That would be terrible. He's the one that I would be fine with Wilyer and Duran being traded. Wilyer or Duran. Well, no, if Wilyer got traded, confused. But
yeah,
if Cedon's traded, I don't understand what you're doing.
Fun fact, if you look at like Cedon's numbers by outs above average, the season he had last year was better than any season that Jackie Bradley Jr. ever had with the Boston Red Sox. That's a real stat. Go look it up. Like, I couldn't find the DRS for JBJ, so maybe those were comparable. But in terms of purely outs above average, Cedon has had a higher peak than Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yeah, and again, Jackie Bradley Jr., the two best defensive players I've seen in my lifetime in Red Sox uniform. One was Jackie Bradley Jr., the other was Alex Gonzalez at shortstop, the Marlin who came here for a couple. He made every single play. And you watch what Cedon did this year. He covers so much ground.
Every game, he's making a highlight catch.
And so I agree with you guys. It would be Red Sox fans would flip the fuck out if they trade him. But what if he's the key piece in getting Tatis and the Red Sox sell you on? We traded him. What if he's
then Roman's your center fielder, which he can play a good center fielder.
Jarren Duran's not your center fielder? Hell no, he's not going back to center. So I guess it's Romy in center.
Well, me
Roman.
personally,
I'm not saying I would do it, but you talk about Tatis and big moves. It may take giving up a good player like Cedon to make that trade happen. I'm just trying to get your initial reaction to if it goes down that way. If it's Tatis, are Red Sox fans okay versus if it's Joe Ryan?
If it was Tatis, I think I'd do it. I think I would go Cedon for Tatis. I love Cedon, but it's Tatis. Tatis, I think, is an X factor game changer because he is that. Like, he's an exceptional right fielder. Like, you could play either Roman or Jarren at center. Both of them play a very good center field. Honestly, they probably would play Jarren in center because Jarren's bad in left. Like, he doesn't know how to play left field at Fenway. It's the most mystifying thing I've ever seen. It's the easiest
I don't enjoy
left field
watching
in
him
the
play
sport.
defense in general. Yeah, I don't like watching Duran play defense.
he looks scared every time the ball's hit to him.
Yes, balls in front of him, Cutter ball. It just
go back to his 9-win season, dude. He was great in center field.
Yeah.
Not just good, he was great.
Yeah.
But like, he doesn't know how to play left field, especially at Fenway Park. Like, it's the monster fucks with him. It's like maybe it restricts his movement, his ability, his freedom. But Roman has shown he can play anywhere and play positively defensively. He was good in left field. He was better in right. God, he was a great right fielder. But like, dude, if Cedon is what it took to get Tatis, I would do it because
I would do it in a
I
heartbeat.
think Tatis is unbelievable, dude. He's so fucking good. That's a Hall of Fame caliber talent, genuinely. You just have to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt they'll do it. I'm just curious if that was a bridge too far for you guys. I'm with you. It would have to be an elite player for me to understand why they would do it. If it was a deal for a bunch of younger players, it's got to be elite player. Tatis elite player.
I think with the Padres, the bulk of the deal would be MLB ready players because, like you said, they're not trying to rebuild. Like, they're not trying to tank.
They better not be. This is not a rebuild. If we start getting prospects back or guys that are just beginning their ML, it's not. They need star. To your point, star players. The window of contention is not filled with prospects. It's filled with Alex Bregman and Fernando Tatis Jr.
Which ties back into them trading for a number 2 instead of signing one.
That's the thing is, like, are there any number 2s on the market that you like more than the trade candidates? Because like we know Joe Ryan's the obvious name. Hunter Green's name is floated out there. Like, if they got fucking Hunter Green to be the number 2 behind Garrett Crochet.
Yeah, he's the equivalent, the pitching equivalent of Tatis for me. I don't think that's happening.
I agree, because the Reds would have to be so dumb to do that, right? Like, they'd be so stupid.
Yeah, I don't see why you would.
Their owner does suck, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, their owner's one of the worst in the sport.
Yeah, so are these any of these guys in Europe better than the Joe Ryan option? Dylan Cease.
Not better than Ryan. Ryan was better.
Framber Valdez.
No.
They're
Rangers
close.
Ranger Suarez.
Ryan's
that one's close.
Really?
That's like the big. Those are the only 3 guys that had above I think a 7 WAR last year. Then you get to the Nick Martinez, Chris Bassett, Michael King. It's a drop off
Michael
those top
King
3.
Michael King's good.
Michael King's really, really good.
Boy, Padres do miss a lot of pitching this year. You're looking at this now.
100%.
Wow, they're losing a lot of guys.
Dude, Michael King's actually tremendous, and if we got him, like if they just chose to sign him, I'd be happy. Genuinely, I think he's really, really good.
Zach Allen's going to be out there, 30 years old. Zach Allen.
His underlying shit is so yikes. It's so not good.
He's had some big starts.
But the thing is, like, the Sox were in on Sandy. Like, they were willing to give up Peyton Tolley at the deadline for Sandy Alcantara, and the Marlins said no, which is absurd. Because Sandy might still have it in him, but you just don't know because you haven't seen it yet. Post TJ.
Yeah. But that's the group here. I mean, Joe Ryan's the obvious one. I don't know why Breslow waited till like the last hour of the deadline to talk to Minnesota. I hated the narrative out of that where it was like Breslow thought they were close and it was like Cotillo was like,
No, you got dog walked.
They were nowhere near close.
You got dog walked by the Twins, dummy. What the fuck is wrong with you? You couldn't figure that out and you panic mood for Dustin May. Absurd. And that costed him, man. Dustin May is so shit. That's a guy, like, I just looked at him. I'm like, look at this fucking dink. Just look at his face. Like, he's not going to
The funniest thing about Dustin May, dude would load the bases, even, like, walk in a run, and then he would end up getting out of it and start, like, screaming when he got off the mound. That was the funniest thing.
It was so fucking corny. Like, it's just awful. He was the worst kind of Red Sox, man. Somehow only the second worst player that Craig Breslow acquired in a trade that year. Because, oh, my God.
Yeah, Jordan Hicks.
Oh, my God. And we're going to see him again next year.
He throws 100, though. Come on. What do you mean? He throws hard.
He's like the fakest 100-mile-an-hour thrower since Caleb Bort. Like, when Caleb Bort was a Red Sox, everyone said, this guy throws 100 in any time except during the actual fucking game. And then he went to the Astros and they unlocked him. But, God, he was a fucking awful Red Sox.
I got some bad news for you. Breaking news for you, Hogs.
I'm going to kill myself. What's up?
Roman Anthony didn't win the AL Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah. That was obvious. Kurtz was going to win that.
He came in third.
Came in third. So it was Kurtz, Wilson, Anthony, Cameron, Montgomery. Kurtz, it was a unanimous first place selection.
Yeah,
across the board.
That
made sense.
Nick Kurtz was unbelievable, dude.
He
had a historic rookie season. He was phenomenal. It was what, Jacob Wilson? So what, both A's back to back?
Yep.
Jacob Wilson, man. Let me see. I kind of, because didn't he tail off second half of the year?
Yeah, where Kurtz didn't, right? That was the big difference.
Jacob Wilson had 3 WAR in like almost a full season, and Roman Anthony had 3.1. So I don't know. Third place, my ass. I don't know. I watched Roman Anthony, and like that guy, if he stays healthy, like he could be a top like 10, maybe even top 5 player in the sport if he's fully healthy this year and just continues to do what he was doing.
Oh, first time I met you, you were already all in. You said how good Roman Anthony was.
Will Fleming and Mike Monaco in the radio. I remember it was when they were in Minnesota right before the deadline. They were like, it was that blowout game when Yoshida hit his second home run, or it might have been his first, but whatever. They were talking, and Mike Monaco and Fleming were literally doing over under how many MVPs is Roman Anthony going to win, and it's like it's not even ridiculous to say it.
Yeah, it's MVPs plural because just watch him play the game of baseball and look how young he is. Dude, he was like 6 defensive runs saved in right field this year. And like he really didn't even play out there that long. Like he was an amazing right fielder. Plus he was a positive defender in the left. Obviously absurd plate vision. Like I remember when Casas came up, I was odd at his plate vision, which his is still very good. And Romans makes like Casas look amateur. Like it's just absurd. Like how just advanced this dude is at such a young portion in his career. Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He is the future. He is the foundation, the pillar in which the entire franchise stands upon. Even if they trade for Tatis, Roman is still probably going to be the best player on the team, and that says it all to me.
And if you somehow trade for Tatis, you got to get Don Orsillo back too.
I think Don would retire. Like as long as John Henry is still fucking owning the team, I think he'd fucking retire. Like if they traded for him, because I'm pretty sure that actually is allowed because the team has his contract.
Who he'd come back in Don Orsillo would come back in a second. He would. There's a guy that said Don Orsillo rounding third, heading for home when he left here. This guy wants to be loved by Boston fans again. I know you guys all love him, but he made it way too much about himself when he left. He would come back in a second, Hog. He doesn't. If he got traded here, he'd be cooking up steaks in Braintree out on his grill like he does.
I think he does love Sox fans. I think he loves the Red Sox. I think that he holds a deep, festering hatred in his heart for John Henry and everything he represents.
He would take the hero
tweets.
When he came back.
He'll like tweets if you tweet at him and say like something bad about the Red Sox and good about him, or ownership. He'll like the tweet.
Like it. He always does. It's funny.
Yeah.
Always check his likes whenever the Sox and the Padres are playing. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I will say, like, the last little just mini note I had on here is that Sadon not winning that platinum glove, like abolish fan voting. It's such a fucking travesty. I hate it so much. Fan voting for anything is already cancer. But like
Mhm.
I'm sorry. There was no defender in the American League better than Cedon Rafaela. Like Bobby Witt Jr. is not even fucking close to Cedon's
No, he
level
just has
this
the
year
name.
defensively.
He
He
has
has
the
the
name
name.
power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's kind of funny because like now we've progressed. Like how gold gloves by
Mhm.
themselves used to be purely on name brand. And now platinum gloves are the name brand
Yep.
reward. Except like now at least you have to choose between gold glove winners. Like before, I didn't know it was fan voted. I thought it was like I don't know, a bunch of nerd journalists
Yeah, I did
and
too.
like maybe some executives or something like get together in
Yeah.
a conclave and fucking pick out the platinum glove winner. But like no, it's a fan vote. I'm like, okay, well then like we shouldn't even. No one should give a shit about a platinum glove. Who cares?
Yeah, no, it's just as bad as all-star voting.
All-star voting's so bad. It's funny,
Yeah.
like when the Royals are semi-good, like just the entire team is Royals. Or the same deal with the Cubs. Like just
Yeah,
80
Canada,
Cubs.
Toronto.
Red Sox
Whenever
fans
they're
did
good.
feel Cedon though, because there's plenty of us. Like it's crazy we couldn't overpower Kansas fucking City for the fan vote to get
Mhm.
Cedon a platinum glove. Man, he deserved it. That was one of the most special defensive seasons I've ever watched.
And they threw him at second for I don't know where too.
Absolutely. Brethren, I ran out of shit on my list. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to hit on before we signed out and got the fuck out of here?
I just want to hold them accountable, boys. I just want to keep reiterating things that they've said. They've said, Hog and Cutter, you guys have seen this window of contention. They've said improvements. They're the ones who have said that like this is their time. So they've done this a lot, boys. They've done this a lot where they tell you one thing and it's full throttle and then it's absolute dog shit, and they don't really improve that much. So I just want to stay on point that we are constantly holding them to their own words, not some crazy pie in the sky stuff, but when I tell my wife I'm going to clean the garage, she reminds me, you said you clean the garage. Okay. So we're going to tell Red Sox fans, this is what the team said they do. Now go do it if you're Craig Bledsoe. That's what I don't want to do on this show. I want Yankee fans to be coming at us because Cutter's on the show every single day. That's what I hope.
They
Absolutely,
will.
man. They will. They will. They don't like me much either now because I was getting some troll again when the Blue Jays
Just
won.
wait until the first series
Good.
that they play, which is pretty early this year or next year.
You're fucking like you're rubbing. It's like that Johnny Sins meme where you're rubbing your hands together, like just ready to fire on all cylinders.
So what, Hog? You're in charge of all this. What's our schedule for the offseason? Mondays and then breaking news nights, or breaking news whenever it happens.
Yeah.
How do you want to do it?
Bare minimum one pod a week. Yeah, we can do Mondays. Sure, that's fine with me. And if something big happens, then we will congregate and whip up an episode. Absolutely, that's our off-season schedule. During the season, we'll do one after every series, as is tradition with most Red Sox pods, as we fucking do. So everyone, thank you all so much for tuning in to episode 1 of Dirty Water. Y'all are the best. You can find me on Twitter at Hogdale_. You can find KutterIsKing. Wildly enough, you can find him at KutterIsKing. And what is your handle? Actually, is it just at Mike?
Just my terrible Mike Manet. It's a link. You don't want to follow me. I'm not good on Twitter. I'm terrible. Like I'm an old guy who gets to hang out with like the young stars of Red Sox Nation for I would say a couple hours a week, but be much more of that when the season starts.
No, man, there's good blogs and great horse racing coverage over there. Like fucking,
we're blogging the show, the Red Sox, man. They're giving us something, whether it's Casas yapping on Instagram, whether it is Craig Breslow. I'll get the only 30 seconds advice: do not go watch this Red Sox documentary on ESPN. It's terrible. If you're gonna do something this offseason, folks, don't go watch that. It's pathetically bad. It's a waste of 150 minutes. Don't watch that. Listen to this show 3 times versus watching that for 150 minutes. That's what I would do.
We're getting the messages out to the people. We're here. We're ready to go, man. So, yep, everyone, thanks for tuning into Dirty Water, presented by Barstool Sports. As always, best fucking media company in the world. That's the empire I want to be a part of. Love y'all. Have yourselves a fantastic evening, day, or whenever the fuck you're listening to this. Go Sox! And goodbye.